If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were taking a shine to me. You're hardly out of my presence lately.
You saw what I could not. It seems Malady is quite right about you.
I hope you found something or someone useful inside.
For security reasons, please keep this door closed. For security...
No one ever regrets having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were taking a shine to me. You're hardly out of my presence lately. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were taking a shine to me. You're hardly out of my presence lately. What? Thank you.
Freedom's so close. We have to set sail.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? She's not exactly a seeker. I don't know how, but there are...
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Keep Lucian close.
Our entire mission will have been for nothing if we don't escape from here. We have to get this ship moving!
There you are. I was just thinking of you. Indeed? Excellent. You've shown some ingenuity. Now show me more, and search every corner of those quarters. There must be a way. Please don't.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes. Keep loose.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent walk. The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master? You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon. Ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. But that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
The sails overhead billow outwards suddenly. The sun is blocked, momentarily casting the dragon figurehead into shadow.
Magisters, they razed sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. I was one of them. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity. Of course, Wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail? Dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular. She's the founder of these Seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister's a place called Driftwood, host to putrid fish, putrid dwarves, and Meister Siva herself. You'll probably find it quite...
There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. You did it. You spoke to it. Blessings to... The sea awaits. The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
How can one be seasick when one has no stomach? This is heinously unfair. Set sail, for the love of all things, set sail. The sooner I am off this carved monstrosity, the better.
To feel the rolling of the waves, that might actually get good.
The ship is ours to guide. Paladin awaits my word. The ship is ours to guide.
Turned into the slaves of warmongers. Our sacred ancestor trees turned into the slaves of
Well,
war.
what have we here?
A slow, toothless smile stretches across her.
To driftwood, then. If you must. Tick-tock, Godwoken? It most certainly is. Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the Godwoken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Yes, mistress.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do.
Godwoken. Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silent!
Red Dallas.
all done for.
Contain it for long.
Get over here and stop these idiots before we all die.
Power she had. Here, sorcerer. Taste some for yourself.
The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
Our sacred ancestors turned into the slaves of warmongers. turned into the slaves of warmongers.
The soul jar pulses with trapped life force. The soul jar pulses with trapped life force. The soul flickers around the jar like a desperate, buzzing insect, but you hold its entire prison between your hands. You catch the soul cleanly between your...
Tick-tock, Godwoken. Be quick, make no mistake, the all...
Turned into the slaves of warmongers. Our sacred ancestor trees turned into the slaves of warmongers. There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us. The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
Tick-tock, it may forward.
I respect your metal, sorcerers. You steal my...
We are...
Yes,
I swear...
very good. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy and show us what you can do.
Godwoken.
I'll take... You fight with such fire. Let's make it.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
It's like lava flowing through me. I can't contain it.
take me again, Dallas.
sorcery!
With the help of the half-demon malady, the God-Woken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Oh, how pensively our shield. Ask away, shield. Indeed, Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? Must be a way across. The gods! Are they dead? How can this be?
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eyelids flutter, and his face bluish and bloated nod. Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips.
Hurry!
Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You think you see a tear run down her cheek. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid is seeping from her wounds and dripping. Before you hangs a great ethereal orc, his face twisted in a knot of pain as cursed tendrils constrict him. A small, stout imp winces under the countless cursed threads that bind her. Tight coils wrap Tir Sendelius from head to foot. His still face is set to a glowering Cursed tendrils tighten around Zorstissa. Her lips are moving, but no words seem able to escape her.
Thank you, my child. Thank you. Thank you, my...
As the cursed branches slither away from Ralik, he raises his head. Green eyes glint with sudden fire from behind his...
Are we the first? The others, do they hang still upon the tree?
He strains at the ethereal ropes that bind him, resisting their grip.
You must make haste! I am bound, but not defeated. Not yet. This is not the work of fate. It is the work of the Void. It will come for our people. It will destroy us all. You are my chosen. Now you must become the champion of our kind. The champion of humanity. I have survived our enemies. You must do more than that. You are like me, proud, headstrong. But believe me, there is a great deal more you must learn yet. You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibilities still untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine.
Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
He opens his mouth to respond, but stops and tilts his head, listening for something you cannot...
I hear the Void. I hear it calling. I hear it laughing. It's coming! It's here! If it finds you here, if it finds you!
Ralik's face twists in fear. He opens his mouth as if to scream, but no sound. White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps...
happened here? Where is everyone?
Amadia hangs before you, leaning.
Thank you, my child.
Tight coils wrap Tyr's and Elias from head to foot.
Be gone from here! Where is my champion?
Thank you, my child.
Be gone. Be gone from here. Ugh. Where is my champion?
Your time is short. Your time is short.
The cursed tendrils slacken. Zorstissa inhales deeply, air wheezing in her throat.
My one. My one. Thank you, my... As the cursed branches slither away from...
Are we the first? The others, do they hang still upon the tree?
He strains at the...
You must make haste! I am bound, but not defeated. This is not the work of... It will come. You. I have survived our enemies. You must do more than that. You are like me, proud, headstrong. But believe me, there is a great deal more you must learn yet. You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. You cannot stop, until you become divine.
Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
He opens his mouth.
I hear the void.
Ralik's face white-hot.
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
Well, at least they added a shrub to the ghastly place. I'm not sure, Quercus. I rather liked the tree's ornaments.
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
The gods are dead. Long live the God-woken. If the Seven should indeed come to nothing, I'll be ready to take their place.
The Void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it. But maybe we can.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
Yes. Is it an audience you desire?
Well, that was certainly something.
He grunts approval. Faye nods as you approach. He seems unusually quiet.
Well, that was certainly some. Set sail for Driftwood, I reckon. From there, we can track down my old pack and find out who's behind the contracts to kill Godwoken. Yes, but if he's Godwoken like us, maybe for now, just maybe, it's good fortune that he's still breathing. The Lone Wolves were tasked with killing Godwoken. So if we want to find out who's hunting us, we'll need to track down my old pack to get some answers. It does, doesn't it?
He grunts.
Yes. Is it an audience? Why, sail for the mainland, of course. The sooner Fort Joy. It was all a bit ominous, wasn't it? With the Divine dead and Divinity itself dying. It seems we have no choice but to venture forth and, for lack of a better phrase, save it of a bother, if you ask me. I had other plans entirely for the week.
Faye nods as you approach. He seems unusually quiet.
I don't know. But after everything that's happened, we should not be here. This place feels like the echo of an eternal land. And here, in their own land, something tried to hang the Seven. It's sacrilege at best, and I do not want to see what it is at its worst. We should leave. This place unsettles me. I must admit, I'm more worried than I was. I thought this would be a slice of cake, to be quite honest. After all, I am an energetic, fresh-faced skeleton, teaming up with the lady-turned-goddess Armadia. What force could stop two? Whatever form this void takes, it seems significantly more dangerous than I assumed.
I cannot bear you away from here. You must find other means so that we can leave. The one who brought us here. The demon that wears the face of my kin. Only she can set the course back to the land of the living. She is here. Death washed over me as we entered this place. I felt many lives extinguish in a single moment. But others still draw breath. They are sheltering below decks.
Where is everybody? Hidden away. Safe from the storm, I hope.
No soul down here. Just stillness.
For security reasons.
Still hear it. It's still there. It'll never leave me alone. It'll never leave me alone.
She clenches her ghostly fists and sets her...
Find it. Destroy it. Make it leave me be.
People are going to perish. People are going to die, and I can't stop it. She'll do it now. She'll never stop. She'll never stop.
I still hear it.
She...
People are going to perish. She'll do...
I want to get out of here.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. Brace yourself.
A lot. The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
Oh, one moment, please. Oh, just a moment.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon, hmm? Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite... I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you're in. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh-so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister. As have I, but not in the ways a true godwoken can. Forget those ghastly little jars and wands to which you ought to be able to see and speak to the spirits that wander our realm. And you ought to be able to extract the source they leave behind, too. All this just by your little old onesie. No devices, no gimmicks. When you're done, you'll be able to amass and unleash quantities of source so great that Lucian himself would blush. I quite look forward to seeing it. Oh, she's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me. But I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
nowhere safe. Red-robed lunatics at sea, those void-woken seedlings in the swamp. It all points to the Great Acorn. It's coming, Quercus! What if it's too late, What if the Knights of Dre are too far ahead in their plans? At least here, our shield's ignorance can be forgiven, Quercus. The Knights of Dre do not go out of their way to boast about... You know their order, my friend. Mystic Squirrel Knights, sworn to the Great Acorn, trying to bring about...
The squirrel absent-mindedly runs a paw over Quercus's spine. The air fills with the sound of soft, dusty purring.
They plan to inherit the everlasting forest once the acorn drops, and the world is rid of all giants. They believe that only the arboreal will, and should, survive. The shield's bravery is admirable, if a touch stupid. The Knights of Dre are a dangerous, dangerous order. Lunatics with a single-minded devotion to bringing about the end. Together, Quercus, we can develop some magic to save us from the Great Acorn, if our shield can keep us alive. Yes, it has done an admirable job so far. It certainly lasted longer than I thought it would. But does it understand that we could be wiped out at any moment? Does it understand the risk? Trust. Do you remember trust, Quercus? I'm not sure I do. Well, yes, of course I trust you, Quercus. You're different. But perhaps we should show a little faith in our shield.
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body. Your mind's eye sees new potential spells swirl.
Now, listen carefully, Shield. The plan is thus. Do not die. If the Shield can hold up its end of the bargain, we might just have a chance to complete our research. We might make it yet, Quercus.
The silent monk leans forward.
Expert warriors for hire.
Hello again. That's twice now, and I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner. Up to you. You know... I've plenty of fun. Oh, I see.
The earth churns. Have something that belongs to me, do you? Indeed. And when you not with I found I meet the captain. Learn it shall.
up, mutt. I've got a new stick for you to chew on.
Oh, shit. I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price. No, no! I will stand for Alexander. I owe him.
Careful now. That's
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air. It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters bigger, more and more growing.
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. Then it turns away and gets back to drowning in the bloody sunshine. It looks at you with its cold, flat eye. It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, what are you waiting for? Then it turns away and gets back to drowning in the sunshine and its own...
Disgusting!
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and it gasps in the air, struggling.
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters bigger! More and more growing!
It summons the energy to snap at you, thrashing in the sand. You jump back.
No! Die here! Oh, monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters in the deep! Oh, the world is dying! World is dying!
The shark lays there, gasping quietly in the sunshine. Blood bubbles at its mouth. You leave it to die and turn away. It lays there gasping, dying, drowning in the sunshine and its own blood. A dying shark lies gasping. A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gill. It lays there gasping, dying, drowning in the sunshine.
What happened here? That woodman had someone in the clothes.
What happened here?
It's been cursed.
My helmet seemed to stir just now.
That Voidwoken had someone in its claws.
no, no!
A Magister caravan! I remember one just like this picking me up.
Not true! Can't be true!
What happened here?
No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no! Can't be real. Not real. Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no! Can't be real. Not
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
back! Back! Magister, I'll kill you, just like the rest of them!
She slumps, all bravado draining.
No, 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 no. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
She quails at your touch, shrinking.
Her eyes widen and lose focus, as though she's seeing something played out before them. Her voice is shaky when...
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. 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 And the sorcerers. Sorcerers. Gone.
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance, glassy as marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering...
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar will want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember. They're helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but...
She flinches at the slightest rustle of wind through the long grass. Terror in her eyes, she stumbles away. A scruffy kid bounds up and stands before you, hands on hips. He stares at your face.
You Ben Mez. Yep, that's just what he said you'd say, Ifan. Righto, got a message for you. Chap called Baron Laveri wants to see you. Black Bull Tavern, first floor.
The kid shoves his hands in his pockets and ambles off, whistling an off-key. Be grateful that you don't feel the need.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong.
Did you hear? The eggs are gone. Gone for good. No one to keep them warm. No one to keep them safe. Not my eggs, our eggs. All the family, all the eggs, every last one. Big March, sir. Big March.
Eggy gone. Baby Eggy gone for good. Help, Marge.
Yes, you look just the type. I found the culprit. Tell that to Big Maud.
Off you go. I can't be seen raternizing with the likes of you. Oh, terribly sorry. For letting me live, you have my eternal gratitude. Ha! Foolish stink beast. I'll have her eyeball when she's done with it. Won't be long now. Come to stomp my lights out, have you? Tread lightly.
You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
I did not kill Alexander, you stupid ape. Release me!
about running off, like Barmby and Sam did?
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah.
There's one unaffected egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance. There you are, little egg.
They were stolen! The babies! The eggs! Something took them! Transform! Not a chicky baby anymore! All gone! All gone for good!
She leaps up and grabs the egg with her foot, kicking it under her warm underbelly and settling down upon it contentedly.
Shh! Little Beaver baby, Mama's here, warm and here with you again.
She cocks a black eye up at you and winks.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something I buried behind the coop. It's yours. It's yours. Unless some other scratchily poker found it first, of course. Oh. Oh.
Did you expect a needle?
I've spotted something.
You helped us. You.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah. Guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong. Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more...
Halt! What word do you bring?
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The Magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if in...
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say you'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other...
As long as you stay put, you'll be safe. Speak. Driftwood is most of the same as every other fishing town. It's got the same aroma, the same herds of unwashed dwarves. The void, though, it's closing in. Voidwoken roam the land and pollute the sea. That they haven't invaded the town is...
The Magister smiles, but he does not make eye contact with you. He...
Thank the Seven I've oldest to guide me in these times. He allows me to borrow a bit of courage from him when I need. It's only a matter of time, you know? Outside Driftwood, not even the sharpest blades can protect us from those... things. Inside, a killer roams. One with a Magister grudge, it seems. Our numbers dwindle. I'm hardly fit to protect. I only hope to survive. I know they disappear without a sign. Magister Carver's looking into it, but it's been so long since we've talked, a dwarf could have grown 3 beards by now. Farewell.
As long as you stayed put, you'll be safe.
Welcome to Driftwood.
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan.
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no void woken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Please! Why would I kill you for the second most charming son?
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discoloured. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, God-woken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if you were a cow ordered to dance a reel. It is a masterful performance. I would applaud it, but well.
The lizard grimaces, shifting awkwardly as she...
I am in intense pain. You are either insufferably cruel or insufferably stupid. Insufferably stupid. As if there was any doubt. Oof. It was obvious, God-woken. You are whippet thin, implying you've been a captive. Your wrists have seen the sun, but your neck has not, so you sported a collar, not shackles. Thus you escaped Fort Joy. After an escape, any sane creature would rest, but the bags under your eyes indicate you haven't. Why not? You must have been chased. Thus... Thus you must have been important. No one important escapes a prison without help, and no one frees sorcerers bar the Seekers. They thought you were worth saving, and thus I surmise you are God-woken. Now, an important person does not come to Driftwood unless they seek someone even more important than themselves, so I further surmise you are here for me and will help me down. Now! Be quick about it, before the Magister realizes their prize catch is about to slip through the net. Excellent! Now if you'd be so kind as to gut that startled-looking Magister, it would be much appreciated. I must secure my home before they do any more damage.
mine.
I know it looks delicious, workers, but try to restrain yourself. What? No, you don't even have a stomach. It'd just be indulgent.
Sure, them sorcerers from the caravan.
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no void woken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering. fine as long as you don't go wandering.
Looky here, Bugs.
Yes? Is it an audience you desire?
Well now, how's my favorite god woken? Let's track down my old pack and find out. Can't hurt to know who wants us dead.
Ifan smirks and shakes his head.
I'll spare you the tall tales we usually tell. When a new cub joins up with the lone wolves, we interrogate them. Then, a very complex equation decides that I don't remember all the questions, but I remember enough to give you a lone wolf name if you want one. So tell me this, which of these scenes attracts you the most?
Ifan nods and raises his eyebrows, a slight smile brightening his...
And then, target in sight? What's your preferred execution method? Right.
Ifan scrawls something on a little piece of paper and hands it. On the page in thick black letters is written Silver Feather.
Not as pant-wettingly fearsome as Silverclaw, but not bad. Not bad at all.
Ifan smiles and...
Well now, how's my favorite god woken?
Ifan smiles.
What can I do for you? We should seek the Meister. Anyone with such a fine, authoritative title should surely aid us.
In the meantime, though, let us continue our search for Bramos. He knows things. Things I must know.
He sighs, rather
Oh, perhaps that's because I don't quite enjoy broaching the subject. Thank you. But I suppose you've earned the right to know. The long and short of it is that I was banished because I was found in bed with a demon. Because I invited her in, of course. How else? You clearly have a hard time understanding all this, so let me paint you a picture. I am a prince of the House of War. There are others with that title, but none of them are the Red Prince, the jewel in the crown of the Empire. I lived in the Forbidden City, a vast complex of palaces that houses the royal family and its servants. No others are allowed to enter it. As for myself, I was never allowed. That is the price I paid for my genius. I was too valuable to be exposed to the dangers of the outside world. all the wars I won, and I won them all, of course, I won from the comfort of sofas. Bring me information, and I will deduct, then instruct. From amid the ultimate opulence of my quarters, I expanded and very much ruled the empire. I had it all, and frankly, I got bored. Exactly. I did not suffer the boredom of some spoiled brat. Mine was the absolute absence of challenge, the longing not simply to watch the horizon, but to journey towards it. If I could not experience the joys of the world beyond, I had to bring the world to me. Miraculous what a sorcerer can do with a little arcane lore. I summoned demons, the most dangerous game in the world. But they knew they met their match in me, and so we conversed. We drank wine, we played converse with demons, and you learn of the shadows behind creation. Drink wine with them, and you have visions of worlds beyond worlds. Play chess, and you know that one wrong move is certain death. My mind rejoiced. Now for the body, I reasoned, so with a certain succubus I spent nights that would surpass your understanding. Why, thank you. I spent a whole year in the company of demons, every night atop the white library tower of my palace. It was my great study of existence. It was my supreme joy, even if... No. I told you they met their match in me. What happened next was simply unforeseen. One moonless night, the succubus that was my lover turned to me, fangs exposed. But I could tell from the glint in her eyes she wasn't bent on our usual fang play. There was no light in that glint. It was the darkness of the void. And in short, I was afraid. I tried to move away, but it was too late. She was upon me. She had done it. She had outmaneuvered the Red Prince. Finally, I was vanquished. She went for my neck, quick as a charging cobra, but then suddenly it's as if time ground to a halt. Something deep inside me welled up, a power I never knew I had. She screamed. A scream so abhorrent its ripples caused birds to fall dead from the sky. People covered their ears. The Imperial Guard forced itself into my chambers and found me with the succubus still on top of me. I believe the phrase is caught red-handed. At first, I admit it was all rather tiring. I was, after all, marched out of my own empire, and I've been hounded by the odd... After that came the indignity of the collar and incarceration. But ever since we decided to be so bold as to bid our farewell to Fort Joy by any means, it's all been rather fun. Oh, I could complain about the food and the lodgings and the sheer barbarity of the common folk. But in truth, all of that fits within the larger frame that is adventure is precisely what my life was missing. I told you earlier I could tell you tales about what it was like to be a prince of the house. Tales that would last us 1,000 nights. That is true. But I'd much rather speak of the tale we are shaping now. Yes. As long as that road eventually leads all the way back to my throne, that is. Yes, by all means, let us partake in...
Well now, how's my favorite god? Let's try. Can't hurt to know.
Ivan's.
I'll spare when a new. I don't remember all the questions, but I remember enough.
Ivan not.
And then, target in sight. Run.
Ivan on the page in thick.
Not as pant-wettingly fearsome as Silverclaw.
Ivan smart.
What's on your mind? We should seek the Meister. In the meantime, though, let us
He sighed.
Oh, perhaps that's because I... Thank you. But I suppose you've earned the right. The long and short of it is that I was banished because I was found in bed with a demon. Because I invited her in, of course. How else? You clearly have a hard time understanding. I am a prince of the House of War. There are others with that title. I lived in the Forbidden City. That is the price. Bring me information, and I will deduct, then instruct. I had it all. And frankly, I got bored. Exactly. I did not suffer the boredom of some spoiled brat. Mine was the absolute absence of challenge. The longing not simply to watch the horizon. If I could not experience the joys of the world beyond, miraculous what a sorcerer can do with a little arcane. I summoned demon, converse with demon. My mind rejoiced. Now for the body, I reasoned, so with a certain succubus I spent nights that would surpass your understanding. Why, thank you. I spent a whole year in the company of demons, every night atop the white library tower of my palace. It was my great study of existence. It was my supreme joy, even if...
He gives you a long, respectful look.
How unexpectedly shrewd you are. What happened next was simply unforeseen. One moonless night, the succubus that was my lover turned to me, fangs exposed. There was no light, and in short, I tried to move away, but it was too late. She was a... Oh, yes. Do allow...
The Red Prince regales you with an unsettlingly graphic description of what you consider to be a rather eccentric, if not aberrant, form of sexual gratification.
But of course that was all still rather innocent. I could tell you all about something truly special some other time if you like. Something to look forward to? Now, where was I? Ah, yes. The succubus. She went for my neck, quick as a charging cobra, but then suddenly it's as if something. Then she screamed. The Imperial Guard. I believe the... At first, I admit it was all rather tiring. I was, after all, marched out of my own empire, and I've been hounded. After that came the indignity of the collar and incarceration. Oh, I could complain about the food and the lodgings and the sheer barbarity of the... Adventure is... I told you earlier I could tell you tales about what it was like to be a prince of the house. Tales that would last us 1,000 nights. That is true. But I'd much rather speak of the tale we are shaping now. Dear gods, no. Pray kill me before I reach such a nadir. Accompany me back to my empire, and I'll tell them all in the palatial setting they deserve. Yes, as long as that road eventually leads all the way back to my...
Just when I think this land holds no more surprises, I find myself in some place even more dismal than the last. Still, at least this is an interesting variation on dismal. How many times must I tell you? I have business in the Black Pits. We should head to the excavation site there. The only treasure worth digging for. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorance. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Just when I think this land holds still. At least this is an interesting, very... That doesn't sound promising, does it?
Ma, can you hear me?
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc before plunging into the water below.
Oh, Ma, are you all right?
there was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters, and there were sorcerers too. And then the bugs came. They killed everyone. And my mom got them to chase her, and she went across the bridge, and then she raised the bridge, and she told me to run, and now she's stuck over there with them. I'm not trying to stop them, just distract them. When they finish whatever they're eating over there, I don't want them to start looking for Ma. She's in our house, but I bet that won't keep them out. You will? Maybe you can cross the river then. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right? Yeah. You'll make one, and I'll...
His gaze shoots to the ground. He grabs a small flat pebble and chucks it across the other.
No way! Ma didn't leave me.
He performs a divine order salute.
Now go out, Ma!
Are you sure? Them sorcerers from the caravan?
They'd be daft to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no void woken. You're fine as long as you don't go wandering.
The silent monk, like...
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. Well now, how's my favorite god woken? I'm from the deserts of Mezd originally. My parents died when I was very young. No more than a cub. They were spice merchants, killed by bandits as we were trading on the forest roads. The elves nearby saved me afterwards. They found me hiding in a wagon and...
Ifan bites his lip, hard enough to draw blood.
They were my home until I was old enough to join the Order. Mother Melody always said I'd have a hard life. She saw it as fact, since I was born under the waxing moon.
He bursts out laughing, slapping his thigh.
We're two doomed peas in a pod, eh? I've been striving my whole life to prove mine wrong. To, zero success, for sure. Always carry a snack.
Ifan reaches into his tunic pocket and pulls out a strip of dried raw meat. He takes a tiny bite and offers the rest to you.
Now, what else do I have?
Ifan rummages around the roll-down tops of his boots and grins in victory as he plucks a single mushroom from the foot.
Aha.
He hands you the mushroom with great ceremony, bowing as he holds it aloft.
Oh, I wouldn't. This one's not for eating, but I'll tell you, it comes in handy if you're dining with someone who really needs to lose their life, and soon.
Ifan smiles and looks around before reaching high into his sleeve and pulling out a tiny herbal wrap. The unmistakable scent of Drudene hits you as he holds
the last weapon in the lone wolf arsenal. You know, for after the toughest job.
He winks and tips his fingers to his temples before loping off.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come visit you, Ton, who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
More humans! Just what we needed. Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it